Hello, folks. This is Amos. You know, when the Kingfish was a boy back home, every time a baby was christened in the family, his rich Uncle Clarence was there for the occasion.
And he took the little children into his arms and blessed them.
And every time a baby was born in the family, Uncle Clarence gave the parents a check for $500. And that $500 check always made an impression on the little Kish. Yes, sir, in his boyhood, the Kingfish attended a lot of family Christmas. And the little Kingfish wasn't missing nothing either.
And George, my boy, when you get married and have children, there'll always be a $500 check for you, too.
Yeah. Well, the years has rolled by since then. And the Kingfish has come a long way. But just the other day, a letter come from that small town. A letter from Uncle Clarence.
Was that your taxi, honey? You ain't got but 45 minutes till train time.
No, George, it's a special delivery letter from your Uncle Clarence back home.
Oh.
He's arriving in New York the day after tomorrow. George, would you be more careful?
You say Uncle Clarence is arriving in New York tomorrow?
Yes, George. He says it's his first trip up here in 15 years. He's going to have a few minutes between business appointments. He wants to drop up and see us. It's a shame I'm going to have to miss him. What with me and Mama going out to Chicago to visit Uncle Lesson.
Yeah, too bad you ain't going to be here at a time like this, ain't it?
But, George, there's something I don't understand in his letter. He says he's very anxious to see both of us and the little one. What does he mean, the little one?
Well, the last time I wrote him, I think your mama was staying with us.
Now, George, don't tell me that you referred to Mama as the little one in your letter.
Well, I'll tell you, that was before she overate and blowed up like a hippopotamus. You better get your bags ready.
George, ain't this the Uncle Clarence that always gives a member of your family $500 when they have a baby?
Well, I think I recall something about that.
George Stevens, did you by any chance write your uncle that we had a baby so you could get $500?
Me? Why, Sapphire, how could you ever suspect I'd do a thing like that? I'll tell you, honey. Sound like your taxi, honey. Now have a good time and don't worry about nothing.
Be sure you're right.
Goodbye.
Bye. George, that letter from your uncle has got me upset. Is you sure you didn't write him we had a baby?
Honey, how could you say anything like that? Do you think I'd do anything that underhanded to my own dear uncle? Why, Sapphire.
Well, George, I guess even you wouldn't do a thing like that.
Let's see. Did I write Uncle Clarence? It was a boy or a girl?
Kingfish, you mean to say that you done sent your uncle a wire saying that you and Sapphire done had a baby?
Yeah, indeed. That was 2 years ago. I was desperate. I had my back up against the wall, and I needed $500, so I rid him.
Yeah, that's a big step. But Kingfish, didn't you know that sooner or later that your Uncle Clarence was going to catch up on you?
Yeah, but Andy, when I rid him, he had double pneumonia, and I figured that'd be my last chance to wing him. But the old boy double-crossed me. He got well.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yeah, and then if ever I meet that guy that invented penicillin, I'm going to punch him right in the nose.
Yeah, but what you going to tell your uncle when he wants to start playing patty cake with your little offshoot?
Well, I tell you, Andy, when I meet him at the train, I'm going to tell him that the whole thing was a joke. Yeah, I'm going to pat him on the back and tell him it was all in fun. Oh, Andy, he'll get a big kick out of it. Why, he going to laugh.
Kingfish, something tells me that them ha-has ain't going to be as jovial as you think they're going to be.
Yeah, I tell you, Andy, Uncle Clarence never was noted for his sense of humor. I remember one time at Thanksgiving dinner, we thought that he was chuckling at one of the jokes. But it turned out later that he had a wishbone stuck in his throat. Oh, and if he ever find out what I done to him, he's going to cut me out of his will.
Yeah, that's a painful piece of surgery, all right. Hey, Kingfish, maybe you could send your uncle a wire saying that you was out of town and didn't get his letter.
Oh, no, Andy. Uncle Clarence too wise an old boy to fall for a story like that. And I ain't taking no chance on the codicilling myself out of his will.
Yeah, but what can you do, Kingfish? You is a dead duck. But even your wife is out of town.
Andy, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but by 10 o'clock tomorrow, I'm not only going to have a wife, I'm going to have a baby.
Holy mackerel, you sure gonna have a busy 24 hours.
Hey, Andy.
Oh, hi, Amos. You have to excuse me, I'm in a hurry.
Oh, where you going, son?
I'm going over to see Carlotta Montgomery.
Oh, yeah, your new girlfriend. She's a cute little girl, all right.
I'm gonna take her over to the Kingfish.
You taking her to the Kingfish?
Yeah, you gotta have a wife by 10 o'clock.
Well, I'm glad you got in town all right, Uncle Clarence. What time will we expect you?
Well, George, I'll be up to your place around 10 o'clock. But I won't have much time to spend with you and your family. I'm just loaded down with business appointments.
Well, we'll expect you, Uncle Clarence. As a matter of fact, I'm rounding up my family right now. Goodbye.
Hey, Andy, wait a minute. I want to talk to you. Listen, when I seen you about a half hour ago, you said something didn't make too much sense.
Listen, Amos, I don't have time to talk to you. I gotta go over and talk to Mrs. Thorndyke.
You got to talk to Mrs. Thorndyke.
Yeah, the Kingfish got to have a 2-year-old baby by 10 o'clock. Well, there he is, Kingfish. One wife and one baby.
How do you do there? Well, the baby looks bright and happy. I ain't worried about him playing his part.
Yeah, and Kingfish, this is my girlfriend, Carlotta Montgomery.
Oh, Mr. Stevens.
Andy, I think we're in trouble here. Andy, Uncle Clarence will be by any minute now, so I think you better get lost. He's dropping by in between business appointments. Now, give me a half an hour with Carlotta and the baby, and I think I'll be able to get rid of him by then.
Yeah, well, you better, because I done told Mrs. Thorndyke I'd have the baby back by noontime. But goodbye for a while, my little turtle dove.
And goodbye for a while, my great big apple dumpling.
Carlotta? Holy mackerel. And just to think, she is the mother of my child. Carlotta! Uncle Clarence will be here any minute now. Now, these your instructions. You are my wife. Your name is Sapphire, and this is our little baby.
I'm your wife, Sapphire, and this is our baby.
Fine, fine, fine. And Carlotta, I want... There's Uncle Clarence now, and for heaven's sake, don't mess nothing up. Well, 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 my favorite Uncle Clarence. It's good to see you, Uncle Clarence. It's good to see you. You don't know how I've looked forward to this.
It's good to see you too, George. And it's nice to see that you're in good health.
Never felt better in my life.
Wait, please. I'll only be a few minutes.
Now I want you to come over and meet the family.
Well, well, I suppose this charming girl is your wife, Sapphire.
Yeah, that's right. Sapphire, dear, mother of my child, sitting in the buggy here. This is Uncle Clarence that you'd heard so much about.
How do you do, Uncle Clarence? I'm so glad to meet you. Any uncle of George's is an uncle of mine.
I've looked forward to meeting you for a long time. I had no idea you were this young, though.
And this our little baby.
Well, well. You know, Sapphire, George didn't tell me whether the baby was a boy or a girl.
Come to think of it, George, you never told me either.
I can see you married a woman with a sense of humor.
Yeah, great little kidder. Uncle Clarence, it's a boy.
Well, well, well. Tell me, sweetheart, whose little baby are you?
Don't answer that. I mean, he's cute. Sapphire, do something.
What did I do?
I don't like to interfere, George, but I'd say this baby's hungry.
Yeah, go in the apartment and get the baby something to eat.
All right, George. Oh, but George, which one is our apartment?
Your wife don't know which apartment you live in?
Uncle Clarence, would you step over here a minute?
What is it, George?
Uncle Clarence, I think you done discovered the one flaw in my sweet little white personality. She's stupid as a mule.
Stupid? But she has such a clever little baby.
Well, the old law of the jungle, the theory of evolution. The offspring always spring higher than what is sprung off of.
But the important thing is she seems to be a good mother and devoted to the baby.
Oh, a wonderful girl, a wonderful girl. Must you be running, Uncle dear?
Well, I wish I could spend more time. But I have a business appointment at 11:30.
Now, ain't that a shame?
George, I'm happy to see you have such a wonderful family. To me, the family is the backbone of our country. Too many of our younger, modern people of today take the responsibility of raising a family very lightly. I'm happy to see you are not one of those.
Oh, no, Uncle Clarence, we're serious here. But it's wonderful to see you again, Uncle Clarence. Wonderful. Sapphire. 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 Hey, you by the buggy there.
You want me?
Yeah. Say goodbye to Uncle Clarence.
Bye-bye, Uncle Clarence.
Goodbye, Sapphire. You feed that baby now. Well, goodbye, George. And I just want to say one thing before I go. Seeing your little family is certainly going to make a difference in my will. A difference you'll be very happy about. But I'd better hurry. I don't want to miss my appointment.
Well, goodbye, Uncle Clarence, and have a good trip back home. And don't forget to let us hear from you or your lawyer real soon. All right, Carlotta, you and the kid can blow now. The show is over.
I'm very sorry, sir. Mr. Williams was called out of town unexpectedly.
Well, that's too bad. But it's just as well. I can now go back and spend a little time with my little nephew before my train leaves. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, honey, we'll get the baby back to Mrs. Thorndyke, and then maybe you and me can go for a little walk for ourselves, eh?
Taxi? I don't think so, young man. How far is it to Lenox Avenue?
Well, it's about 6 blocks. It's a little short if you cut through the park.
Thanks very much. The walk will do me good.
Yeah.
You is just about the cutest little turtle dove in the world.
And you're just about the sweetest little apple dumpling in the world.
Oh, honey, I was just crazy about you.
And I'm just crazy about you, too.
Yeah, and... Mister, will you please go away? We ain't giving no pre-performance here, you know.
Sapphire, what is the meaning of this?
Uncle Clarence.
Uncle Clarence?
And I thought you were the perfect mother, and now I catch you with this man.
But you don't understand.
Understand? Huh. We may not be onto your city ways back home, but this is one thing we understand all over the world.
Oh, me.
And that's the story, Calhoun, just as it happened.
I see. You told your uncle that you had a baby so that you could get $500.
That's right.
And then you introduced this gal Carlotta to your uncle as your wife, Sapphire.
Yeah, Calhoun, and that's when the trouble started. Uncle Clarence was walking through the park, and there on a bench right before his very eyes was Carlotta with her arms around Andy, just sitting there smooching with the boy like mad. Any more questions, Calhoun?
Yes, there is. What does this gal Carlotta's telephone number?
Calhoun, I tell you, he's leaving on the 5:15, and if I don't think of something fast, he's going to cut me out of his will for sure.
Now, calm down, Kingfish, calm down. Remember, no matter how messy a mess you was messed up in, there's always a way to unmess yourself. Put our thinking caps on you and think our way out of this thing.
That's right, Uncle Clarence. As you come up this evening, I'll explain everything.
Well, all right, George. I've postponed my reservations. I don't want to condemn anyone unjustly. But, George, I won't tolerate any nonsense. I told you I have no use for people who don't respect their marital vows.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Clarence. Thank you. Then I'll see you tonight about 7.
Hey, where you going in such a hurry, son? Come in.
I'm in a hurry, Amos. I'm going over to see Carlotta Montgomery.
You go over to see Carlotta?
Yeah, and then I'm going over to see Mrs. Thorndike.
You is, huh?
Yeah, at 7 o'clock tonight, the Kingfish is going to have a baby again.
And that's the whole story, Uncle Clarence. Mr. Brown here is my dear wife's brother. Ain't that right, brother-in-law, dear?
That's right, Uncle Clarence. Me and Sapphire here is brother and sister.
But, George, in the park.
Oh, well, the whole family happened to be very close. A very affectionate family. Why, the sweetest people you could meet any place.
George, you don't have any ulterior motive for telling me a story like this, do you?
Oh, no, Uncle Clarence. Why would I want to do anything like that? This is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I give you my sacred word of honor. You keep out of this and eat your bathroom. Well, Uncle Clarence, you got 2 more hours till train time, and we done cooked a wonderful dinner for you. Sapphire, get the steaks. And when it comes to steaks, excuse us. Hello?
Hello, George. This is Sapphire.
Oh, it's you. Business call. Well, how's everything out in Chicago?
I ain't in Chicago. I'm here in New York.
What?
Yes, Opalescent is feeling much better, so I left Mom out there and come on home. I'm here in the station now. I'll be up there just as soon as I can get a subway. I'll be there in about 20 minutes.
A little trouble on that business deal we in, Mr. Brown.
Business deal?
Yeah, that shipment we sent out to Chicago 2 days ago is back at the depot.
Kingfish, this shipment you is talking about, is that the old crate that we usually have so much trouble with?
Well, I see we all finished with our grapefruit here.
Nice day, is it, Uncle Clarence?
Yes.
you are, Uncle Clarence.
Thank you, Sapphire.
Nice day, ain't it, Uncle Clarence?
Yeah.
Peas, Uncle Clarence?
Yes.
Tastes very good, ain't it, Uncle Clarence?
Yes.
Bread, Uncle Clarence?
Yes.
Peas is good, ain't they, Uncle Clarence?
Yes.
Will you have room for dessert, Uncle Clarence?
Nice day, ain't it, Uncle Clarence?
Yes.
Sorry you have to rush like this, Uncle Clarence, but the hat and coat here in the bedroom. Hurry up, Sapphire. We got to see Uncle Clarence to the depot. Hurry up, Sapphire. Carlotta. Come on, Carlotta. Hurry up. Well, it's been lovely having you with us, Uncle Clarence.
I've never seen an eating past this fast before. Taxi, you all don't need to come to the station with me.
Now, Uncle Clarence.
No, we'll say our goodbyes right here. Goodbye, Andy. Goodbye, Sapphire.
Bye.
And goodbye to you, too, you sweet little baby. And goodbye, George. I'm happy to see you are one man who takes his marriage seriously. A man who is devoted to his family.
Goodbye, Uncle Clarence. Goodbye. All right, break it up, beat it. Get away from you, all of you.
George Stevens, what's going on here? What's all these dishes doing out? What kind of wild party did you have it?
Ain't no wild party, honey. My Uncle Clarence was in town. I just entertained him, that's all.
Well, you must have had some party. And who was eating pablum?
Oh, listen, honey, let's forget the dishes. This your first night home. We'll do them in the morning.
All right, George.
Honey, I got some great news for us. Yeah, Uncle Clarence really going to remember us in his will.
Oh, that's wonderful, George.
And another thing, honey, it's good having you back. I really have missed you.
Oh, it's good to be back home, too, George.
And, honey, you ain't got no idea.
George, your clock must have...
I can explain everything.
Boys, this is the last straw. Who is this strange woman?
But,
And don't try to tell me she's your sister.